school football. The hits, the scores, the fans. Complete coverage of the high school games that matter. This is Friday Night Blitz from WFXR Sports.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell. It's Friday Night Blitz time. I hope your day was wonderful and blessed. It is week 5 of the high school football regular season. It's time to get the party started with our game of the week.
And now, the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, sponsored by McAdoo's.
Our Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week is a battle of Seminole District unbeatens. 3-0 Brookville making a short trip to Williams Stadium to play 3-0 Liberty Christian. Now, back in the spring season, Brookville won in the season opener, and LCA returned to favor by winning in the Region 3C semifinals. This could be the third meeting of 4 in 2020 or 2021. We'll get the numbers right, but there we go. Anyway, Williams Stadium, the place to be, a nice site for this action. Getting the party started already. The Bulldogs were up 7-0, and Davis Lane, he's going to find his own lane. As in running to the far sideline, Jalen Belfort helping with some nice blocks, and he just gets stopped short of the one. That's where they ruled him. Meanwhile, they would get that Caleb Davidson. He's going to finish it with the touchdown. Liberty Christian taking a 14-0 lead. But Brookville looking to light up the side of their scoreboard. Drake McDaniel, D-Mac with the big pass. And Ethan Robbie leaps in the air, grabs the rock, but the Bees would be in the red zone. And then Brookville would get the finish with the play. The Butler did it. Tayshawn Butler, a former player of the week from last season. LCA cuts the lead in half as their lead was cut 14-7. The Bulldogs get the last word before the half. Seconds to go in the quarter. Davis Lane finding Camden Clinton, C-squared for the touchdown, extending the Liberty Christian lead to 21-7, going to the locker room. And that was all Liberty Christian would need as they get the win to go 4-0 in the season, 35-7. David de Guzman has more on this game from Lynchburg.
In a battle of undefeated teams in the Seminole District, LCA comes out as victorious over Brookville, and it wasn't even close. 35-7 the final score. The key moment in this game was at the end of the first half when Davis Lane found Camden Clinton for a last-minute touchdown, giving the Bulldogs the momentum they needed to come out victorious.
Oh, the fact that we executed our 2-minute drive and flawlessly almost, you know, and we scored with 5 seconds to go. I mean, you can't do it any better, you know. So, yeah, very proud of the guys in that regard.
How special of a player is Davis Lane?
He's outstanding. I mean, he's so dynamic. He's got great speed. We got to clean up some things in the accuracy part, throwing the ball. But, I mean, overall, I mean, I'm glad he's our guy.
And you talked about going 1-0 every week. What kind of statement does this make going into the rest of the Seminole District?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, and I appreciate the question, but we're not looking to make statements. I mean, we're just looking to win one week after another against the opponent that we're playing. And so, you know, we did it today, and we'll move on to Rustburg next week.
LCA improving to 4-0 and has a chance to move to 5-0 next week when the Bulldogs travel to take on Rustburg. Meanwhile, Brookville will try to bounce back from this loss as the Bees host Heritage in week number 6. Local in Lynchburg for Friday Night Blitz, David de Guzman, WFXR Sports.
Thank you so much, David. Great work as always. Meanwhile, let's go to the scoreboard in Hidden Valley. They get that win over Franklin County as they win 20-21. So the Titans, remember them, they're 5-0 on the season. George Washington getting the big win over Patrick County. That score is 63-12. Halifax County winning a dogfight with Martinsville. The Bulldogs winning 21-16. Fort Defiance with a last-second field goal, knocking off Rockbridge County 17-16. And Bassett getting the win over William Byrd 48-9. Coming up on Friday Night Blitz, we have a old school New River Valley matchup between Radford and unbeaten Christiansburg. Highlights are coming up on the other side.
Now, the Friday Night Blitz Band of the Week. And now, the Friday Night Blitz Cheerleaders of the Week.
And welcome back, everybody, to Friday Night Blitz. The Pulaski County Cougars, fresh off their bye week, hosting the K-Spring Knights in a River Ridge District battle. So let's go out to Kenneth J. Dobson Stadium. The Knights were there, and so were the Pulaski County Cougars. Anyway, how about the Cougars off this punt? Jonathan Lyman, he's not going to be stopped. A 15-yard punt return dives in for the score. Cougars go up 7-0 later in the period. 2nd and 3, the ball on the 11. How about Keontae Kennedy, K-squared, carrying the mail, and Knights in the end zone with them to the pay window. Pulaski goes up 14-zip. Second quarter, the Knights trying to get something going here. And how about Haterade? Jonathan Lyman gets up from the 15, making moves, making cuts. There, he's there. He's there. Yeah, there he is, still down the sideline. And he takes it to the hizzy, also known as the house. 85 yards. The Cougars, they go up 21-0 at this point. And Pulaski, they go on, they beat K-Spring for the 7th straight time, 42-7. Staying in the New River Valley, the Raver Bobcats hooking up with their old New River District rivals, the unbeaten Chrisburg Blue Demons 3-0 as they get some things going there. That's your homecoming king running it in there for the score. That's Keontae Johnson Buchanan, and that made it 34-0 in favor of Christiansburg. The Blue Demons again, Johnson Buchanan carrying in the mail, another touchdown. Christiansburg up 41-0. Now 3rd and 1, the ball on the 3. The Blue Demons, Stefan My Phil, yeah, we'll give it that way. That's a touchdown. Christiansburg up now 48-0. More Christiansburg in familiar territory. Curtis Alsizer running hard. He will not be stopped. Running over Bobcats, gets it in there. The Blue Demons up 54-0. The scoring was not done. When it's going your way tonight, it's going your way. Case in point, on the extra point, Reed Allen gets the ball. He does everything, and he's going to put it in for the 2-point conversion. Christiansburg goes up 56-0, and they stay unbeaten as they win in a big way tonight over Radford, 63-0. Let's go to the scoreboard. Speaking of big wins, how about Appomattox? They're rocking and rolling. They improved to 4-1 on the year with a 63-12 win over Dan River. Fishburne over Roanoke Catholic, 39-22. And I just want to make sure we had a score that I mentioned. I want to make sure we have it right. Halifax County did beat Martinsville again. That was 21-16. Halifax over Martinsville, 21-16. Meanwhile, this is the last score we had. We had something in the 3rd quarter of this one. William Campbell and Alta Vista tied at 6. There's a postponement, a delay, and we're trying to get everything updated. And when we find out, we'll definitely let you know. Giles over Fort Chiswell, 40-21, and Twin Valley over Craig County, 40-16. Rivalry renewed over at Viking Stadium as Northside hosting Patrick Henry. This is their first meeting since 2008. This game was scoreless already in the first. The Vikings with the ball, and Cameron Abshire plows his way in for the 4th score of the night. Vikings up 7-6. But the Patriots would come back. Joey Bishop of Beasley Rare to Isaiah Swan. The Swan song, or Swain. Yeah, Isaiah Swain, not Swan. Close enough, 30-yard score. Game is tied. But then the Vikings at the 14, Jarrell J2 Rhodes, the sequel as great as the original. That's his daddy, by the way. Runs it in for the score, 14-7 Vikings. But PH would get a TD late in the game, and they would knock off Northside 29-22. Meanwhile, 6 minutes away over at Colonel Stadium, William Fleming looking for their first win of the season, taking on a Harrisonburg team they have beaten the last 4 times. It was also homecoming night, so crown the king, crown the queen. That's what you do on homecoming night. We're going to start it off 2nd quarter. Colonel's up 14-0, and Jalen Robinson runs this one in with the spin and the twirl. Yes, watch him twirl. Touchdown. Colonel's up 21-0. Colonels do it again from the 9. How about Deshaun Lewis to Nashawn Bonds? He cashes one at the pay window for another Colonel TD. And the Colonels, they get their first win of the year, rolling over Harrisonburg 48-0. Let's go to that scoreboard. Galax losing to Graham 28-0. It was Perry McClure over Rural Retreat. That was a new game they just made, 28-16 the final there. Grayson County getting the win over Marion 15-9. Buffalo Gap over Bath County 54-0. Chilhowie getting the win over Lebanon by the score of 24-7. Coming up on Friday Night Blitz, we're going to take a trip to Highlander Heaven. Glenvar with their homecoming, looking for a bounce-back win.
Blitz Fans of the Week. Now, back to Friday Night Blitz, a WFXR sports production.
And welcome back, everybody, to Friday Night Blitz. The Glenvar Highlanders return home to Highlander Haven after a shootout with Hidden Valley last week. In that loss, they take on the winless Carroll County Cavaliers. The Glenvar High School band marching in the Highlander Stadium on this homecoming night in Glenvar. So before the action, I spoke with Glenvar senior running back Kyle Hank's dad. He said, "Watch out for my son." Yes, sir, I'm watching out for him because he scores the first touchdown of the game, a 31-yarder, making it 7-0 Glenvar. Deuces got it in there. Then Highlander quarterback Aiden Wolk, he's one of my favorites. He's going to go to Dagan Williams in the end zone, wide open. That's a 23-yard catch. 14-0 Glenvar, and the Highlanders, they did it on defense as well. Case in point, how about Shane Gibson with the hit with authority? Number 22 there, and it was a happy homecoming for Glenvar. They get the shutout win over Carroll County by the score of 28-0. Now, if you'd like to see the Carroll County Glenvar game, we have it for you with the Student Playback High School Game of the Week on WWCW. Saturday at 4:30, Dave Ross, Steve Myers will be on the call. The games are produced by Franklin County High School students. That we have the complete game schedule on WFXRTV.com. Also, a couple other quick scores to let you know about. EC Glass getting the win over Liberty by the score 35-0. Amherst winning over JF 35-13. Now it is time for our weekly installment of the Friday Night Blitz Spotlight. Now, local high school football players spend their time during the offseason getting ready for the regular season. A lot of the players are getting extra help from private trainers. And one of those trainers giving back is former Salem Spartan football player Daniel Lopez. His road to being a trainer stemmed from a personal tragedy.
It's something that I've had since I was a kid. I played football and basketball and was excelled in both sports, but I always liked football more.
In 2005, midway through Daniel Lopez's freshman year at Carson Newman University, doctors discovered he had a rare neurological disorder. Klein-Levin syndrome is characterized by the need to sleep up to 20 hours a day.
It's like nothing you've ever seen before. And I'd recover from it, and then 5 or 6 months later, it would come back out of nowhere. And that cycle kept recurring, and eventually it got to the point where I'd lose 30, 40 pounds.
Lopez's illness led to the end of his college football career.
The hardest thing that happened, and I probably put too many eggs in the football basket. There's a fine line with how much you care, and I think I cared a little too much. I didn't see another path for me except for football, and playing professionally one day.
Though he could no longer play, he has channeled his passion to training football players. He is showing them important techniques to improve their game.
Other people would contact me and say, "Hey, can you work with my child?" And so I would continue to just work with a few different players. I don't have 20 guys out here. I have small groups, 3, 4, 5 players. But my love of it started really when I was working with Max. And Max is now up. He just earned a scholarship at Virginia Tech.
There's an old saying, when you have lemons, you can make them into lemonade. And that's exactly what Daniel Lopez is doing. In fact, he is helping these young kids prepare for the next level of college. And these youngins, they definitely love what he's teaching them.
It's been massive. Ever since I worked with Lopez, it's like opened up an entire new sort of avenue for me to work defense.
We talk almost every day. Like we'll joke around, but when we talk about football, he helps me so much. Like also in the classroom, he'll help me like get some advice and stuff. So yeah, he's a special man.
These are all very, very talented individuals. The big thing is they mentally realize that they need to do a lot of things to get to that level, and when people are willing to work and put the time in, and at the same time, obviously focus on their school and what they're doing in the classroom, the potential is really unlimited.
Now, Daniel doesn't charge for his services. He tells me the trainers or the trainees and their parents try to give him money, but he refuses to take the cash. Daniel feels seeing their success on and off the field is payment enough. Coming up on Friday Night Blitz, we have our next installment from Ryan Moy with our Player of the Week. Stick and stay, please. You thought we were done with highlights? Oh, no, we're not. EC Glass taking on Liberty, and you're going to see George White's going to hand it off to Tayon Mosby with the touchdown. EC Glass was in control, but EC Glass, they were going to do something with the football you don't ever want to do. George White, he's going to throw it to Bryce Sneed, who runs hard, and he gets tackled there. But Tanner Stanley for Liberty, he's going to, after that turnover, they got the ball, and when you give it, you might want to not do this. As he takes the snap, he fumbles it. Tavion Jenkins, he picks up the fumble, and then Keon Hawkins, he picks it up himself. He goes all the way for the ball is dropped there, and then Keon Hawkins picks it up. Everybody wanted to touch the football. That's going to be a penalty, and they would keep the possession. But in the end, the EC Glass Hilltoppers, they're going to get the win tonight. They go to 4-1, winning 35-30. Meanwhile, in the Christmas Bowl between Amherst County and Bob Christmas of Jefferson Forest, second quarter, Amherst, John Goins is going to take the handoff. He takes it into the house for the touchdown. Amherst County extending the lead. And then Vincent Sweeney for Amherst County. He's going to take the rock, and he's going to rumble hard. 25 yards for the touchdown, and Amherst extends their lead. And then Amherst, John going, all that running hard for the touchdown. There he is, gets in the radar there, and Amherst, they go to 2-0 with the win there, 35-13 over Jefferson Forest.
This is the Friday Night Blitz Play of the Week.
All right, we go back to Dublin for our Play of the Week. Hayes Spring trying to get something going, but John Lyman, yes, like Frankie Lyman and the Miracles, all that good stuff. He's going to take it, reservation for 6 in the end zone. He's going to take it 85 yards to the house for the pick 6. John Lyman, you and the Pulaski County Cougars get the win and the Play of the Week tonight.
This is the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, sponsored by Tater Benson of MKB Realtors.
It's time now for the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Week, and WFXR Sports' Ryan Moy has our next Player of the Week on the 2021 season.
Well, this week's athlete simply bulldozed his way into the end zone not just once, not just twice, but 3 times in his team's 48-0 win against Roanoke Catholic last week. And guess what? He did that all in the first quarter. And he's your Player of the Week.
Cam Johnson, running back, North Cross School. We came into the week feeling good and prepared because it's a rivalry. And we worked hard all week, got everything situated, and line blocked and everything just went from there. Felt pretty good. It felt like rec again, you know, just being out there, scoring that much, getting the ball. Felt pretty good. Everything just went smooth. I modeled my game after the bigger backs, but I try to mix in a little speed and agility, try to be different and everything, but probably like a Derrick Henry or an Alvin Kamara mix. My brothers played in college. Dad was a good football player. It just always, you know, edged it on me. It's pretty cool, you know. I got to go to their games. Now it's kind of flipping the script. They get to watch me. I've been wearing this since a little kid because one of my brothers wore it, and I don't know, I just really like the number. And my birthday is the 4th, so it goes along well. I love being a Raider, man. You know, all the good players that have came here, you get to meet them sometimes, you get to learn from them. And it's just a great atmosphere. I love Coach A, you know. I would do anything for Coach A. He's put me in a good position to be great. Since the first day I got here, it's just been all love, you know. Coaches, they'll do anything for them. They'll do anything for me. Teammates, same way. It's just a good program here. They're my family, you know. They come hard to work every day, you know what I'm saying? They lay it on the line for me as I do for them. Last year, it made us closer due to COVID. Every week, it was a new challenge. And this year just made us way better. I want to get better every week, take it day by day, and at the end of this year, I want a state championship more. I want a state championship ring, so that's the goal.
And congratulations to Cameron on getting that Player of the Week honor. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Cameron. Yeah, congratulations getting the Player of the Week honor. Anyway, a couple of quick scores. Virginia losing to Wake Forest 37-17, and Liberty losing by 3 points to Syracuse at the last minute by the score of 24-21. Well, that does it for this edition of Friday Night Blitz. For David DeGuzman, Ryan Moy, and all the crew, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, check out all the action on WFXRTV.com. Also, download the WFXR News app. I'm Jermaine Farrell. Hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night and weekend, everybody.